Welcome back. Today, we're going to talk about a classic experiment that proves you can be looking directly at something, like, say, a gorilla, and just not see it at all. Yeah, it reveals a really surprising glitch in how our brains pay attention. So let me just start by asking you a question. How observant do you really think you are? I mean, if something important happened right in front of your face, you'd notice it, right? Most of us are pretty confident that we would. But as we're about to find out, that confidence might be a little misplaced. Okay, so here's how the original experiment worked. People were asked to watch a short video of two teams passing basketballs back and forth. Their only job, their one and only task, was to count the number of passes made by the team wearing white. That's it. Ignore the team in black, focus on the white team, and just count. Sounds easy enough. So after the video ends and everyone gives their final count, the researchers ask a really simple question. They say, did you notice anything else? Anything unusual? For example, did you see the gorilla? A gorilla. You heard me right. In the middle of the video, a person in a full gorilla suit walks right into the game, thumps their chest, and then just walks off screen. And the absolutely astonishing result? Roughly half of the people who were completely focused on counting did not see it. To them, the gorilla was totally invisible. But you know, the most shocking part isn't even that people miss it. It's their reaction when they find out what happened. When they're shown the video again, this time without the counting task, their jaws just drop. They're stunned. Some people even accuse the researchers of switching the tapes, insisting, I know that gorilla didn't come through there the first time. Their disbelief is just absolute. This powerful phenomenon actually has a name. It's called inattentional blindness. And it's not a problem with your eyes at all. It's a quirk of your attention. See, when we focus intently on one thing, we can become, for all intents and purposes, blind to other things, even when they're right in front of us, fully visible, and, let's be honest, as obvious as a gorilla in a basketball game. This whole experiment brilliantly pulls back the curtain on what researchers call the illusion of attention. Our brains create such a vivid, all-encompassing experience of what we're focused on that we trick ourselves into assuming we're seeing everything else just as clearly. We feel like we're taking it all in. But the hard reality is, we're not. And our intuition about our own abilities? It's just flat out wrong. Before they see the experiment, over 75% of people are totally confident they'd spot the gorilla. But the data doesn't lie. Only about half of them actually do. There's this huge gap between the attention we think we have and the attention we actually have. And this leads to the most crucial point of all. You can look directly at something without actually seeing it. Eye tracking studies have confirmed this. Most of the people who missed the gorilla, their eyes physically rested on it for a full second. Their eyes took it in, but their brain, which was busy counting passes, just filtered it out. Gone. But look, this isn't just some quirky brain teaser. This whole illusion of attention has profound and sometimes incredibly dangerous consequences in the real world. I mean, just think about this. More than half of all motorcycle accidents happen when a car violates the motorcycle's right-of-way. And how often do you hear the driver say, I never even saw him? It is a classic case of inattentional blindness. Drivers are scanning for cars. That's what's expected. A motorcycle is unexpected, and just like the gorilla, it can become invisible. And you guessed it, modern distractions make this problem so much worse. In one study, when people were just talking on a cell phone while doing a task, a staggering 90% of them failed to notice an unexpected object right in front of them. The mental load of just a conversation can make us almost completely blind to our surroundings. And don't even think that a hands-free device solves the problem. The research shows it makes absolutely no difference. The danger isn't holding the phone, it's the conversation itself that eats up your brain's limited attentional resources. Your mind is occupied, even if your hands are on the wheel and your eyes are looking at the road. This kind of thing can even ruin lives. Take the true story of Officer Kenny Conley. During a chaotic foot chase, he ran right past a brutal assault on another officer. Conley swore he saw nothing, but the jury just couldn't believe it. They convicted him of perjury, saying an officer is trained to observe everything. Years later, his conviction was overturned, thanks in large part to a better understanding of inattentional blindness. Conley was so focused on his target, the assault became his invisible gorilla. So, if we're all susceptible to this, what's the takeaway? I mean, what are we supposed to do about this fundamental limitation of our minds? First, we have to understand that this isn't really a bug, it's a feature. The ability to focus intensely is an incredibly powerful tool. It lets us screen out distractions and actually get things done. Inattentional blindness is just the unavoidable cost of that focus. Our brain's attention is kind of like a zero-sum game. Paying more attention to one thing always means paying less to everything else. So the goal, then, it's not to stop focusing. It's to be humble about the limits of our focus. The big takeaway is to remember that our intuition is often flawed, that looking is not the same as seeing, and that distractions dramatically amplify the danger. The most powerful tool we have is simply awareness. Just knowing the invisible gorilla exists is the first step toward maybe seeing what's really there. Which brings us to a final, pretty humbling question to take with you. You're now aware of the invisible gorilla. You know what it feels like to miss something so incredibly obvious. The question is no longer about a test. It's about your everyday life. What else, right in front of you, are you failing to see?